Weird face. Oh, so now it worked. That was a huge delay. Let's see if it will reconnect. Oh, look at that. That's trippy as all hell watching it right here in the background, back and forth. Alright, so there's some buffer. Let's see what happens. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we might be good to go. I'm going to reduce the bit rate a little bit. I think 750 is too much. And I might have to reduce the resolution some. Let's see what that does. Alright, that was when I changed everything. Alright, so we look like we're ready to go now for the most part. There's going to be some intermittent buffering. I might reduce it a little bit more. Just to try and get rid of some of that buffer. Because I'd rather it be a little bit lower quality and better buffering than high quality and constant buffering. Okay, cool. So it looks like we're ready to roll. We're gonna do this properly this time. Only, it took me 30 minutes to figure this out. Gonna lock my house again, walk to my car. Since I know that I will be able to switch my camera around, you can see outside how nice it is. It's going to storm probably. That's going to be fun. But, at least we have the stream live this time. And I'm going to put it on stream so that way everyone sees, including Twitch, that, I am not using this camera while operating the vehicle, right? Here, let me switch the camera around. There's that little ledge right here is where I put it. The rest is right there. I put a little piece of tape on it so that way I don't ever have to touch it while I'm driving. So see, I just put it just like that. Then I put the little piece of tape like that. It holds onto it, perfect. My car is horrible. Horrible. That's the best. I was gonna say it has really bad cold starting, but that's the best cold start it's ever had. So maybe not. Maybe putting it live on Twitch was the way to go. Before I actually leave my driveway. Let's go ahead and plug my phone up, even though it's gonna have weak charging. It's gonna prevent it from dying at least. Is the goal. Alright, there we go. Plugged it in. Now we're gonna go to my dad. This is gonna be a little bit of a drive. not a super long drive, probably like 20 or so minutes. Let's turn the air conditioning on. Today feels like a nice air conditioning day. I've got a piece of bird poop on my car right where I look. That's actually really frustrating. I hate birds. There we go. Put some new windshield washer fluid rather. So that's kind of nice. Really? Why did you do that? There's a car behind me. Drove the weirdest way. People do that all the time. CrossFitting. Let's go. Let's get big. What's the point of CrossFit? Well, it's to get in shape more than getting big, I think. That's a bad rep. Never done it though, so I don't know. Now let's go get the steam cleaner. I might put on Twitch me steam cleaning. I wonder how you guys would feel about that. Instead of me playing games, which is the whole point of my Twitch stream. It's a pretty busy week. My dad's turning over rental properties, and usually I help. But the new job I picked up, I'm the only, not the only, but I'm the only. So there's 4 people that drive the buses at the job that I work at that I know of. Only 4. So one of them, he only works on Friday and Saturday. Those are the only days. The other guy I've only seen once this entire time that I've worked here, and I've been working here since the middle of May, actually, now that I think about it. It's been almost 2 months now. That's crazy. So I've seen him only once. And then there's another guy. So the first guy's name is Brian, right? So Brian, he's a great worker, awesome to work with, super motivating, but only Friday and Saturday. But he busts his ass on those 2 days, so I ain't gonna gig him for only working 2 days. Oh, sweet, there's a recycling area. Excited about that. I can drop my cycling off on my way to work instead of having to go out of my way to recycle. That's awesome. I was going to say, yeah, Brian, motivating, ain't going to gig him. The next guy, Marcus, like I said, I've only seen him once. He was a fine enough worker. The one day we worked together, but he doesn't have the flow of things as well. I think it's just because he hasn't been, doing as much. I like how my windshield, I changed the different types of fluid. Went from orange right next to green right next because it's summertime now. I don't need the no-freeze stuff, which costs more. Oh, there we go. We got ourselves a sheriff lurking on the road. Good thing I don't go 65 down this road. It's a 55. Classic Virginia roads. That or this is where there was a funeral procession, so that might still be a thing. So back to my coworkers. And then the last guy, never actually met him, only heard his name, Eric. Don't know who Eric is. but supposedly he occasionally will pick up a Sunday if I can't work it. And then there's me. I work. There's a gun show. I work Monday through Thursday, and usually Saturday and Sunday. And it's been wearing me out. I don't even know if the stream is still live anymore, to be 100% honest. I don't trust broadcast me anymore. When I first used it, it worked awesome, and I thought it was a great app. But ever since then, I've been since that first day of streaming, I've been 0 for 4 for streams. Oh, look at that! There's like a dead something on my, or there's dying something on my hood. Huge fucking bug. Don't know what it was though. So I don't even know if it's right now worth putting out viable streaming content. Like I want to on the, what the fuck was that? It was like a weird 3-legged motorcycle. Like a car bike. I don't understand it. Anyways, I don't know if I want to like put out like viable content or not, because you know, if I'm pushing out content and it's not even working, like that's a waste of my time. Y'all aren't getting anything out of it. Mostly just a waste of my time. And it makes me feel frustrated because I'm trying to push content and you guys aren't getting it. Another game I play, and I'm in the middle of the road. I should have remained in a situation. I should have just stayed at my house. I didn't realize it was so close. It's 5:30. I wish I'd either left my house like an hour and a half earlier or 10 minutes late. An hour and a half earlier, I would have actually gone to the engine guy, checked out the status on the engine. He has I picked up, this was like actually like 5 years ago now, I think about it. Picked up an old car, we believe it's a 1953 CJ5 Willys Jeep. That's what the forum guy said. There's no title that came with it, of course, so it's hard to tell. And the engine was a little rough shape, so I brought it to a guy that my dad trusts and knows for engine work. And it's been sitting in his shop for like almost 2 years now. He hasn't gotten much work on it. I haven't really pushed him to work on it. You know, it's not at my dad's house, so I guess he doesn't care. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to find a nice place to pull off on the right side of the road. And I'll have to end the stream because it doesn't stream on the background. Pros and cons to that. This is the way that I go to work for my normal semester job when I'm at school. Deal with some stuff with my game. Didn't want to leave the car running, so now I'm sitting here soaked in sweat because even though I told myself to park in a shady spot, I guess the shade decided that I was still, yeah, look at that, I moved back 3 feet, and it makes a world of a difference. Decided that there wasn't enough shade. Alright, so this person's turning left without having the turn signal on, so I'm just gonna bounce across the parking lot here because I don't really want to isn't willing to use a turn signal. Oh, they were turning right. Well, I'm in front of them. They might not have been paying attention. I don't know. There was a bunch of cars. There was a huge opening. Oh, that's neat. Old 53 or something Ford. Whew. So again, I didn't really actually check whether or not I was live on Twitch or not, because if I am live, then life is good, and if I'm not live, then it doesn't even matter, right? Excuse me. Might be one reason why this lady didn't, because she's not even looking at the road. Geek Squad, man. Dang. Something's going on at the community center. There's 100 cars there. Now like 200 cars are parked in overflow grass lots. Oh shit. There's a fucking ambulance behind me. Let this ambulance through. These guys are just holding the fucking right lane, or the left lane, as if they're more important. We had to fucking move those of us in the right lane. Like, the ambulance was in the left lane. It was like clearly trying to stay in the left lane. Those of us in the right lane, there was like 2 trucks and us. We moved over to the right, and then the ambulance darted through, like. People gotta realize, like, if there's emergency vehicles, like, you have to move over for them. It's literally a state law. Like, literally, you move out of the way. Like, it doesn't matter what you have to do, you GTFO. Holy cow, this guy did the dumbest merge I've ever seen. Could just hit on his brakes for a second. He force merged like directly in front of, like, looked like 6 inches in front of someone. Also looked like an older person. Apparently, older people are very uncomfortable with merging. There's like some study that I read about. I don't know how true it is, seeing as I haven't, I didn't see like the best sources with it. I didn't see any sources with it, actually. Now that I think about it. So it could be entirely false. Yeah, for those of you guys that follow me, assuming that I'm even live, and if you're watching, just remember I don't have access to chat because I'm driving. If I'm live, you'll eventually see